Hey guys, I'm going to show you a quick video with just one hand that I played yesterday in a $55 tournament. We were probably 2 hours of the way into it, so no ICM implications whatsoever. And this guy directly to the right of me, he had been doing some weird bluffs and just trying a whole bunch of things. He did a river bet earlier to where he had a good value hand and he bet 2/3 of the pot. So I want to take you through this hand and take you through my logic on there and wanted to see what you guys would do as well. So got the 5-7 offsuit. It's blind versus blind. We've already done this about 3 times with this guy. And he just limps. So on this one, you just want to limp back. I mean, there's really no reason to raise the pot. He calls, then you really don't know where you are. So I decided to just check. So I've got second pair, 5 kicker, and he bets this time. And on the very last hand, very last small blind versus blind battle that I did with him, when he checked, he had an open ender, so he check called on that. So with him betting, it almost shows me that he actually might not have anything. So I decided to just call, and I mean, once again, I would have called whether I thought he had a value hand or not, hoping to get 2 pair. So now the ace comes out. He checks over to me. So on this one, should I bet or should I check back? I decided to just check back. I have some pretty decent showdown value. There's some merit into putting that out there. I mean, if I put a bet, then I would make it pretty small, maybe like a blind and a half. And but I mean that would give him the opportunity to play perfect. He can just easily fold his bluffs, or he might try to check raise me. I don't know if he's capable of that yet with a bluff. So I decided to just play it safe. Now I really don't think he has anything because he tried to bluff on me on the flop and essentially gave up on the turn. Now I'm curious to see if he maybe had a flush draw or something else going into the turn and maybe had some decent semi bluff option that maybe he just missed a bet on. So I'm just curious to see what he's going to do on this one. So this time he decides to bet full pot. And like I said, he bet a value hand with 2/3 pot. So with him putting in a different amount, if he would have put in like 3.2, then I would probably even give him credit for kings and tens or queen jack. But with him betting full pot a different amount, lots of times people think, well, I really only have one bet size when I'm bluffing. So I figured I would just put him to the test. And I've got a very terrible bluff catcher, but against this guy, it's actually a pretty strong bluff catcher. So it turns out he had absolutely nothing ever. I mean, he was betting with complete air on the flop. I mean, yeah, he didn't even have a flush draw. He had a backdoor flush draw to the 8. So yeah, he was just absolutely full of it. And hopefully that helps you guys a little bit that just because somebody bets a full pot, just remember, especially on the river, that's going to be very polarized. They either have something or they have nothing. Rarely do they have just in the middle. So, yep, that's it for today. Thanks, guys.